Bonjour, today let's practice our French indefinite articles, our un and our une and our des and etc. etc. Okay, today we are looking at indefinite articles and we are going to practice with some words. Now, an indefinite article is a word used to designate an object which is not specific. In French, the indefinite articles agree in gender and number with the noun they qualify. So therefore, we have to take in consideration three things. Is the word we are using a masculine word? In this case, we're using un in front of it. Is the word that we are using a feminine singular word? In this case, we're using une in front of it. But is the word plural with regardless of its gender? In this case, we're using des in front of it. So for example, I could say a cat. That would become un chat. And that's what I call by an indefinite article. An article that is not specific. Un chat, it's a cat. It's not the cat, that's the opposite. It's un chat. And une maison, as in a house. And here maison is feminine, therefore I need to put une in front of it. Okay, when it comes to plural, all you have to do, you don't put un with an S, you don't put une with an S, you just put des, D-E-S. So, des pommes, for example, and that means apples or some apples. If you wanted to say cats, okay, we know that it's masculine, un chat, but put it into its plural form, it will be des chats. And the same for maison. We know it's feminine, une maison, but put this word into its plural form, it will be des maisons. And make sure it has an S at the end, okay? So words ending in E and sion are mostly feminine. I've said that before, but that means that words not ending in E are therefore mostly masculine. But, however, there are many, many exceptions, such as words in age, and that ends with an E, isme, and that ends with an E. They are going to be most likely masculine. So you're going to say, but how am I going to tell whether a word is feminine or masculine? Well, quite simply, when you learn a word, learn the article that comes with it. So if you learn fleur, learn the article la that comes with it, so you know it is a feminine. La fleur, okay? Le chat, okay? La table, la chaise, le stylo. So learn them together. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is, of course, it's easy to say it like that. I think it will be easier for me to practice with you. So I've got a list of words here, and I would like you to try to guess whether we're using un, which refers to a masculine word, une, referring to a feminine word, or des, referring to a plural. Have a look at the list I have here. Now, the first word I read is ville. And ville means town, okay? So what I can do is maybe draw a little town here. So this is the town, so with the church, for example, and a street. So ville. Now, is it un ville, une ville, des villes, okay? Now, I said to you at the very beginning that most likely if the words end with an E, it is likely to be feminine. So therefore, if we wanted to say a town, we would most likely say une ville, okay? And it is exactly what it is. As you can see, there is no S at the end or X. And by the way, X is a sign that the word is plural, okay? X is a sign that the word is plural, okay? As well as S, so watch out for that. So here we go. Numéro 2. Chapeau. Alors, le chapeau is a hat. Let's draw a little hat, see? So you know. Chapeau. Is it un chapeau, une chapeau, des chapeaux? Okay, there is no X, there is no S, okay? So it is likely to be, and there is no E. So it is likely to be, that's right, un chapeau. So have a look at ville. Ville has an E. 75% of the time, it's going to be feminine. Now, chapeau has no E, but it has a U. It has a O sound, okay? So it is un chapeau, a hat, okay? A hat, okay? Now, let's have a look at the next one. Chaussette, chaussette. Okay, now chaussette is socks. So I'm going to draw a pair of socks. Here we go. There. Okay. There. So voici mes chaussettes. Now, chaussette, though it has a gender, either feminine or masculine, okay, we'll find out in a minute, it has here an S at the end. So that tells me that is very likely to be plural. That's right. And what is the plural indefinite article? For A, it is des. Okay, so des. So you've got une, un, des. Okay, these are your indefinite articles. Okay, so des chaussettes. Why? Because des chaussettes is plural. Okay, plural. And be very careful. There are words that end with an S and are actually singular. Okay, not necessarily plural. So I'm thinking of a word such as souris here. And souris is a mouse. And a mouse, une souris. It's a weird one. This one is one of the exceptions. There's not many like that, you know. But souris with an S, okay, here in this case is singular. Okay, if you wanted to put souris into its plural, then it will become des souris. Okay, so you wouldn't change the spelling. So des souris. Okay, so let's have a look at cahier. Number 4. Cahier is a notebook. Now, cahier has, and I'm going to do a notebook here, voila, okay, with a pen, okay, here. Okay, so cahier. Now, cahier is not ending with an E. Cahier is ending with an R. It doesn't have an S at the end. It doesn't have an X. So it is very likely to be un cahier. Bravo. A notebook. A notebook. Okay? So what I'm going to do, and I think it always helps, it's when I put this into their color form. So une is for girls, okay? And then bleu would be for chapeau, okay? And cahier. Okay, and what I forgot to say here, and I did say that I would tell you, is that though chaussette here is in the plural, it still has a gender. In that case, it is feminine because it ends with an E, so it's very likely to be feminine. Okay, so we say une chaussette in its singular form. Let's have a look at cheval. Now, cheval is a horse. So I'm going to draw a horse. Horse. Okay, that looks like more like a dog, but we are okay with that. Okay, there. Okay, so on a le cheval. Okay, le cheval. Okay. Ah, I said it. I said the horse. Did you hear that? Now, cheval has an L at the end. It doesn't have an S, it doesn't have an X, it doesn't have an E, so it's very likely to be masculine. And therefore, the indefinite article masculine is un. Okay, un cheval. I said le cheval, as in the horse, using the definite article this time. Okay, so let's have a look at this gender. Un. Now, are we okay? Let's have a look at the last 5. Journaux. Now, journaux, that's an interesting one because it doesn't have an E, it doesn't have anything, it has an X at the end. So what did I say? When the word has an X at the end, it is very likely to be a plural. Okay, so therefore the plural of the indefinite article is not un, it's not une, it is des. Très bien. But it doesn't stop me for thinking, well, is journaux feminine or masculine word? Now, this is a very interesting word because when put into its singular form, journaux becomes journal. Okay, now we know that journal has an L here, so therefore we can assume by my rule, which is a wacky rule, that journaux is masculine. Okay, but here it is into its plural form. Have a look at tasse. Now, tasse, I know some of you say, get on with it, because I've figured all of them out. Well, good for you, but some of you might not, so just slow down. Tasse. It has an E. So likely to be feminine, and it is une tasse. Now, a tasse is a mug. A mug. Can you see the mug here? With a hot coffee. Okay. And journaux is a newspaper. So I'm going to like that. Okay, like that. Okay, that's a newspaper. Okay. Now, the next one is chien. 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 So la tasse is, voilà. Now, chien is an animal. It's a dog. So this is my dog. Okay, it looks like my horse a bit. Okay. So that's my chien. Okay. And chat, have a look at the word for chat is a cat. Okay, so that's my cat. Okay. Meow. The problem is this word has an S here. Okay, so we are talking about more than one cat. Meow. Okay, so we want to say a dog and cats. Okay, how do we say a dog? Well, here it doesn't have an E, so it's very likely to be masculine. So un chien. And what about cats? Cats is plural, no matter what its gender is. We know that for plural, an indefinite article is des. So, un chien is masculine, des chats is plural. But we know also that chat without an S has an T, so it's likely to be also un chat in its singular form. Okay? So, un chien et des chats. A cat and some dogs. No, a dog and some cats. Sorry about that. Okay, the next one. Assiette, couteau. Okay, now I know that some of you have figured this one out. It has to be assiette is a plate. So I'm going to draw a plate like that. Oh, okay. Maybe with a bit of spaghetti in it. Okay, and meatballs. Okay. Assiette is a plate, okay? It ends with an E, so very likely to be une assiette. Very good. Une assiette. And couteau ends with a U, doesn't have an X, doesn't have an E. Very likely to be un couteau. Now, couteau is a knife, okay? A couteau is a knife to cut something together. I don't know, sausages, for example. Okay, so sausages. Okay, clock, and that's a slice of whatever. Okay, so we've got le couteau, okay, which is the knife, masculine, and l'assiette. So let me color code them. Une assiette, okay. And remember that you need to learn these words with their article. That will be the best for you to know whether a word is feminine or masculine. And to finish, we've got animaux. Now, animaux is like the name says, animals, okay? So we've got, par exemple, une petite souris, voilà, un chat, okay, that's my cat, oh God. And cheval, that's a horse, okay, we've seen that. Okay, this is going crazy now. Voilà, animal. Now, animal has an X at the end, okay? And it's a bit like journaux. So if you look at journaux again, number 6, okay? Look at animal. AUX ends the same. So it's going to be D. But here's my trick question. Is it a feminine or a masculine word in its singular form? If you were to put animal back in its singular form, it will be animal. Well done you, you're on fire. And therefore, it will be un animal, the same way as un journal, okay? So you've got to think about that. There is a logic to it somehow, you know, in its all crazy kind of way, okay? Okay, that's it for me. Remember to join my community if you want access to all my support guides, my live hangouts, like private live hangouts, and everything that goes with it, okay? And leave a comment, subscribe to Learn French with Alexa. Au revoir, à bientôt, bisous bisous, salut!